Long, long ago, after Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, they had two sons. The older son was named Cain, and the younger son was named Abel. They grew up learning about God from their parents. Cain worked in the fields, growing fruits, vegetables, and grains. He became a farmer. Abel, on the other hand, loved to take care of the sheep and goats. He was a shepherd who looked after the animals. Both brothers knew that God wanted them to give him offerings to show their love and thanks, so Cain and Abel decided to give God the best of what they had. Cain gathered some of the crops from his farm. Abel, however, brought the best lamb from his flock. He wanted to give God his very best because he loved and trusted God. Both brothers went to offer their gifts to God, but God was pleased with Abel's offering because it came from his heart. Abel gave God his best because he truly loved him, but God was not happy with Cain's offering. Cain became very angry. He was jealous that God accepted Abel's gift and not his. Instead of asking God how he could do better, Cain let his jealousy grow in his heart. God saw that Cain was upset. He spoke to Cain. "Cain, why are you so angry? If you do what is right, you will be accepted. But be careful. Sin is crouching at your door. It wants to rule over you, but you must rule over it." Instead of listening to God, Cain allowed his jealousy and anger to take over. One day, Cain asked Abel to come with him to the field. But when they got to the field, Cain did something terrible. His anger and jealousy made him do something he would regret forever. Cain attacked Abel, and his brother died. Cain suddenly realized what he had done. He was scared and ashamed. "Cain, where is your brother Abel?" But Cain tried to hide what he had done. He replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew everything that had happened. "What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Because of Cain's terrible act, God told him he would no longer be able to grow crops. He would have to wander the earth, and the ground would no longer yield good food for him. Cain realized the punishment was too hard to bear. He told God he was afraid that people would try to hurt him for what he had done. But God is merciful, and even though Cain had done something so wrong, God promised to protect him. He put a special mark on Cain so that no one would hurt him. Cain left his home and family, wandering in a distant land. He learned that even though he had done something very wrong, God still cared for him, but Cain had to live with the consequences of his choices. Cain and Abel's story teaches us a very important lesson. God wants us to give him our best, just like Abel did. And when we feel angry or jealous, we should talk to God and listen to him, because sin can grow in our hearts if we're not careful. But even when we make mistakes, God still loves us and offers forgiveness. As our story ends, remember, always choose kindness and love. Learn from Cain and Abel, and keep your heart open to what is good and right. Let's spread love and joy like Abel did, helping one another and being the best friends we can be. So, always remember to give your best to God and each other, and together we can make the world a happier place. Every night as you go to bed, remember the lessons of love and kindness, and let your heart be filled with happiness and peace. Let's promise to always care for one another, just like good brothers should, and share our best gifts with the world. When we work together and help each other grow, we can create something beautiful, just like the flowers in a garden. Let's cherish our friendships every day, sharing laughter, love and joy, just like we did during our picnic. In our school, we can remind each other to give our best and learn from our stories, creating a bright future together. As the sun sets, let's promise to always be kind and support one another, making every day brighter and full of fun. In our hearts, we can keep the light of kindness shining bright, just like the stars in the night sky, guiding us to be better friends every day. Together we can grow our kindness and share the fruits of our labor with everyone around us. As we decorate our world with love, let's always remember the lessons from Cain and Abel, spreading kindness through our actions and art. When we come together to share stories and songs, we build a strong bond of friendship that warms our hearts just like the campfire does. Let's celebrate our friendships every day, dancing together under the bright sun and colourful rainbows, making each moment special. Through stories, we discover new adventures and learn important lessons, helping us grow our hearts full of love and understanding. Let's fill our friendship wall with bright notes of kindness, showing everyone that love and support are always in our hearts. As we plant our seeds of kindness, we wait patiently for them to grow, knowing that every little act can blossom into something beautiful.